Hey, what's up, everybody? King Dre here for another Money Monday. This is actually the second episode of Money Monday. The first one was from last week, in which I did not call it Money Monday because I just thought of that today, since this is my second time addressing this topic. And what is the topic? Duh, money. Monday, because Monday is everybody's favorite day, and money because money is everybody's favorite thing. You know, everybody loves money. Everybody likes to spend money. Everybody likes to make money. Everybody just, money is just that thing. But that brings me to this question. What is money? And that brings me to another question. Is money what you've believed it to be your whole entire life? Is money exactly what you've been sold that it is as of today, right? So I got my handy dandy Black's Law Dictionary, the 5th edition, the West version, because obviously that's where I'm at in the USA, or what used to be the USA. Oh, man. Anyway, I'm going to start here because, like I said, I don't want to take too much time doing this. But I want to start again with the definition of money. I know I read this in the last video, but just to catch everybody up, if you didn't see the last video, I want you to understand exactly what's happening here. So what comes to mind when you think of money? Is it this? All right. Well, let's get to it. Money. I'll show it to you real quick. I'm sorry, it's backwards. I'll just read it. So money, in usual and ordinary acceptation, it means coins and paper currency used as a circulating medium of exchange, and does not embrace notes, bonds, evidences of debt, or other personal or real estate. Okay, so what does that mean? Okay, because we just, said that this was money, right? But how could it be money if it's let's use this one. If it's a Federal Reserve note, right? Because it says here that they don't embrace notes or evidences of debt. So this is not only a Federal Reserve note, but this Federal Reserve note is what does it say? This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private, right? So, okay, cool. What is money? If this isn't money, what is money? Because I believe that this was money my whole entire life, right? So, okay, since it's saying here that it doesn't embrace notes, that makes me want to know, okay, what is money? Okay, lawful money is a currency that is, fully redeemable by gold and or silver, right? That's lawful money. That is money for sure. You know for sure that you can purchase some shit with gold. We know that for a fact. In fact, everybody, I'm sure you guys have seen the commercials and all that stuff where, hey, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, right? Anyway, so now, okay, now that I'm spending, I'm going to the store because someone asked a question, well, how come they accept it, right? The Federal Reserve note, because you can go to the store and spend it, right? It spends like $1, it looks like $1, all of that, right? But it's saying here that money is not considered a note, a Federal Reserve note, right? Okay, so what is a Federal Reserve note? From the Black's Law Dictionary, 5th edition, we're gonna look at that, right? Federal Reserve notes, right? I'm gonna read that to you. Federal Reserve notes, form of currency issued by Federal Reserve banks in the likeness of non-interest bearing promissory note payable to bearer on demand. The Federal Reserve note is the most widely used paper currency. Such have replaced silver and gold certificates, which were backed by silver and gold. Such reserve notes are direct obligations of the United States. Now, are they talking about the United States of America or the United States Corporation? But I didn't know. I thought they were the same thing. Oh my God. Look it up. Okay? Anything I say to you, don't take it for fact. Don't believe it is truth. Look it up. Investigate. Make sure I'm telling you the truth. Make sure I'm not lying to you. Make sure I'm not trying to deceive you. Okay? Get the knowledge for yourself. Feel me? So, okay, a Federal Reserve note. Okay, it says, such have replaced silver and gold certificates, which were backed by gold. So let's talk about the silver and gold certificates real quick, because I want to keep this under 10 minutes. So at some point in time in history, okay, everybody knew that the form of means of exchange was silver and gold and maybe some copper here and there, right? Hence the penny, right? Anyway, the the people who were exchanging gold and silver, right? Hey, I'll give you 10 pounds for that coat you have there, buddy, right? So instead of walking around with hundreds of pounds of gold and silver or whatever, right? The bankers, okay, opened up a bank, which is a private organization, okay? It's not a public company. It's not a government company. A bank is a bank. It's a private corporation, okay? So anyway, the bank had the idea, hey, why don't you guys give us your gold, right? And we'll store it for you, right? This is how they do our money today. We'll store it for you, right? And whenever you need it, come get it, right? And in exchange for you, letting us, house your gold for you, we'll give you a certificate, which basically states that, hey, you have this amount of gold or silver or whatever in the bank here, right? And you can come get it whenever you want, right? So at some point, the certificates began to circulate. I believe just because human nature, we're some lazy MFers sometimes, and instead of going all the way to the bank, it was just easier to give somebody the certificate, like, hey, listen, you got what I want it now. I'm not trying to go to the bank. How about you take this certificate, right? It's backed by gold, you know what I mean? So you can go to the bank with this certificate and, pick up the gold from the bank. So let's say I bought whatever from you for 10 pounds of gold, right? I give you a certificate, you go to the bank, you get 10 pounds of gold, just like that, right? At least that's my perception of it, right? I wasn't alive back then, so I really don't know exactly how it went, but that's how the story was told. So I'm telling it to you, right? So at some point in time, the bankers realized what the hell was going on. So they were like, yo, we got a bunch of gold up in this mother, man. And they not coming in to get it. They just swapping out the certificates, right? So some of the people who got the certificates never even went and got the gold. They just gave the certificate to somebody else, right? So then the bankers came up with this idea that, oh, we could do whatever the hell we want to do with the gold and the silver, because as long as we leave 10% in there on a daily basis, that's enough to cover all of the withdrawals or whatever. So we're good to go. We could do whatever we want with it, right? But at some point in time, the government became insolvent, right? People came to get their gold and their silver. It wasn't there. There wasn't enough. Okay. Oh, shit. Then what happened? Oh, man, the country went bankrupt. Then they seized everybody's gold and silver, right? So now they introduced us with the Federal Reserve note, right? And we're just doing whatever we can to keep this thing alive. You know what I'm saying? Is it backed by gold? Look it up. Is it backed by silver? Look it up. What is it that backs the United States Federal Reserve note? What makes this so valuable, right? Other than the value that we place on it, right? Because it doesn't matter if you print out a $1 bill, a sheet of $1 bills, a sheet of $5 bills, or a sheet of $10 bills, or a sheet of 20s, or a sheet of 50s or hundreds or $1,000 bills, $10,000 bills. It really doesn't matter because it costs the same amount to print all of the sheets, right? Maybe a little bit more depending on what color you use, right? Because the hundreds are blue, got a little bit more gold in it, right? See, like if you see the 20 here, shit, it looks like there's the eagle. The eagle is gold. You know, I don't know what color this is. It might be gold. It might be copper. I'm not really sure. It's kind of hard to see on the thing. It looks, but if as you can see, look, these are two different colors. The eagle and the actual 20 are two different colors. Now, there's no gold at all on the 5. There's no gold at all on the 1. There's no gold. Well, there is a little bit of gold on the 10. Or is that copper? Not really sure. I don't have a $100 bill this time. Maybe next time I will, just to give the example. But the $100 bill is flooded with gold. At least the new one is. So look up what that means. You know, look up what's going on with our currency. Do you know there's a global currency reset happening? Probably not. Look it up. Don't believe anything I say to you. Don't hold anything I say as fact. I could very much be lying to you. I could very much be deceiving you. You know, and I think that's the problem nowadays is us as human beings, we're too lazy to go and uncover the information for ourselves so we can develop our own perception of what the fuck is going on. We take somebody else. Remember that game we used to play in school? You would whisper something in somebody's ear and it'll go around in a circle, and once by the time it got back to you, you're like, yo, what the fuck? I didn't say that. What? Who said that? So that's how life actually works, right? So do your research. Uncover the information that you need to uncover, because this thing that people are killing people over and people are dying over, some people are even killing themselves over this, which has no real value other than what we place on it in our minds, right? Because it's not backed by gold. We can't take it to the bank and say, hey, listen, I want to get 20 pounds of gold. How's that look? Huh? Help me out here? No, it doesn't happen. So, what is money? Did I answer that question for you? Is money exactly what you've been sold that it is for your whole entire life? Is it really? So those are my 2 questions. Welcome to Money Mondays. More information coming soon. If you guys have any questions, please comment. Let's stir up a conversation about this. I mean, sure, you could send me a direct message if it's really that personal, but please share your questions so everyone can see them. You're definitely entitled to ask a question. There's no such thing as a dumb question. I probably won't have every single answer, but I'm really good at opening up the book and reading and finding an answer, okay? So if you have a question regarding money, please comment it. If you have a question regarding this video, please comment it, okay? I'm King Dre. I'm signing out. This is Money Mondays. I'll be back next week to discuss more about money. Have a nice day.